the wonder, the perfection, the majesty of a rebound. The most fantastic healing experience anyone can have after a breakup is the rebound. Hi there, I'm Shauna and welcome to Too Taboo for You, where we're changing misconceptions about sex and disability. My saving grace, my rope ladder back to sanity, as shaky as it may be. This was the most important aspect of getting myself in a position to recover, which then led to my crazy sex adventure. So we're going to share the story of what led to the rebound guy. I want to just take you down memory lane of what was so fantastic about Rebound Guy. Instantly, all the perverted sex stuff jumps to mind. But that's not the only good thing about Rebound Guy. Let's start with physically, he met all my needs. I like somebody who's a little closer to my height, although I'm in a chair now, so I don't know that height actually even matters anymore. The first thing that stands out is the immense, undeniable, smack you in the face with a 2x4 level of sexual attraction. I swear to God, if anyone denies the existence of pheromones and the potency of a chemical reaction, I will tell you, hand over my heart, I swear, this is the only person I have ever experienced a purely biological need to fornicate. It was crazy. Now, if you recall, I'm in like a massive depression. All I'm doing is crying. And then it's like moth to a flame. This person is in the room and I'm just, whew. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I'm not even embarrassed of this. I think it's delightful. After our first date, I was very confused why this person had such a profound effect on me. It's a little bit like being out of control, and I'm hardly ever out of control, minus the depression and the weight loss. And now this person is in my sphere, and I am losing my shit. So on our second date, we go to dinner, and like most normal people do, he was sharing about his day. And I found myself sitting there in a fog. It was a haze. I was just incoherent mentally. It was almost like being drunk, that you feel out of whack, like things are happening, but I can't remember. Did I order another drink? Have we ordered dinner yet? Wait, what did you say? Wait, I know you were talking about work. What? Oh my God, why? Ooh. What is happening to me? Work it out, sister. Why can you not pay attention? I actually felt guilty because I think it's important to respect whomever you're with and listen to their day. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I can't wait till the steak gets done. I'm just imagining him naked. I'm imagining what we're gonna do when we get done here. I'm just out of it. None of that is funny to me. I mean, even when I recall it, I can remember every part of how jello I felt, how drunkenly, bumbling, uncoordinated, foggy-headed. Every part of it is still 100% vividly clear. Again, because I am the most upfront, honest, open book person, I said to him, sorry, hold on. This is going to sound crazy, I know, but I am having an incredibly difficult time focusing right now. All I am doing right now is undressing you in my mind and thinking about all the fun things to come later tonight. Of course, he's laughing this whole time. I did not think it was funny. I mean, it was bizarre to just state it. But what I was experiencing was not a funny thing. It was discombobulating. So I suggested, you were talking about your day and it's important and I really want to pay attention, but I can't focus. I feel that's disrespectful. I would like to propose a solution is that, do you mind terribly if we just start our dates with sex and then we can have food later? I mean, his eyes got the size of saucers, because how often does a man hear that? He, of course, laughed it off and said,
So, does that mean you don't want to finish eating?
well, I would like to eat, but frankly, that is not what's on my mind right now.
Do you want to get it to go?
Yeah, but we already ordered.
We can just tell them to wrap it up when it gets here.
Okay. So that is just one example of how this relationship proceeded. Now, getting into the good stuff, the sex was phenomenal, obviously. But it wasn't just sex, it was literally pheromones. It was a hormonal chemical that being around this person triggered hormonal chemicals in me and theirs, and it was just a hot sex chemical explosion. Future episodes will talk about the details. There were important lessons in here that didn't have to do with biology that I really needed in order to heal, thus have an effective rebound relationship. Some of the things that really sent me psychologically for a loop was, one example, because of my disability, I generally tend not to wear high heels or shoes that make walking even more difficult. As I've gotten older, as my disorder was progressing, one of the first things that kind of fell by the wayside was high heels. It's a small sacrifice in life. I ended up going to a mule, a slide-in shoe, and they were super lightweight, so they weren't heavy for me to lift. This particular brand perfectly fits my foot, so I loved my shoes. Unanimously, the ex and my daughter would regularly inform me that those are ugly shoes. Oh, you're wearing your ugly shoes again? I'm wearing the shoes that make it easy to walk, that I like. You don't have to like my shoes, they're not yours. None of those facts caused them to stop complaining about my ugly shoes on an almost daily basis. Fast forward to Rebound Guy. I am standing in his foyer and he looks down and says,
Oh, I like your shoes.
and I thought, are you being an asshole right now? Should I say fuck off? Why are you being a dick? But all I said was, are you being sarcastic? He got defensive. He's like,
No, I like your shoes.
I'm still staring at him like, I'm waiting for the sign somewhere on your face. Like you're gonna break character. You're gonna give me the gotcha. Why would you like them? They are clearly ugly shoes. I already know everybody tells me they're ugly shoes.
No, seriously, I have a pair just like them.
You have a pair of slip-ons like my shoes. Red leather slip-ons. He ran up the stairs. He came back down the stairs. And he had, I kid you not, red leather slip-on shoes. I mean, they had a pattern on them, but... And that was the moment I said, can I have a few minutes? And he ran back to put his shoes away. And I walked in the other room and I just started to tear up. My brain realized you have been gaslit for so many years that you now believe your shoes are ugly. And you are insecure about your shoes. Well, not insecure, you just doubt the sincerity of other people when they say nice things. What has happened to me? Why can't I believe other people have nice opinions about me? I like me, and I like my shoes. But I had come to understand that other people didn't. So when all of a sudden you are this lone person in a field and there is no one else around, and you find the other person, you find your tribesman wearing the red leather slip-ons. There's just a moment where you say, oh, I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. Oh, what a great feeling. Rebound Guy was great. He used to give me compliments all the time. As a normal human being, not in a devastating breakup and whatever, I have an unusually healthy sense of confidence. I don't need reassurance often. I actually am quite repelled by people who have massive insecurity and are needing validation all the time. I just don't need validation all the time. I think I'm cool. If you think I'm cool, great. If you don't, great too. But after years of someone, what I called micro complaints, death by 1,000 paper cuts, saying things like, oh, you're wearing that. Oh, your ugly shoes. That lipstick looks bad. You develop a thick skin, but so thick that perhaps you don't believe other people. You have to learn to validate yourself. You have to look in the mirror and see what you like about you instead of looking for outward validation. I was fine with that. Honestly, in my breakup relationship, I would not have listed a lack of compliments as a core problem. It was. I just didn't recognize it because I'm a little bit immune to validation and compliments. But when a man comes along and just gives you compliments, you take it initially like a grain of salt.
Oh, I really like your sweater.
Oh, well, thank you. And then 5 seconds later,
Oh, those pants look really good on you.
thank you. And then 10 seconds later,
You always look so nice.
thank you. Around the 4th compliment in a row, I was like, hold up. Why are you complimenting me all the time? What is this part of your shtick? You think this like works on ladies or something? He got offended.
What do you mean my shtick?
Like, why are you telling me repeatedly every article of clothing you like? You make me feel like I didn't answer properly, like you're going at it again.
She didn't get enthusiastic enough.
Or,
She didn't compliment me back.
like, why are you going to the well so many times? It's awkward for me to say thank you 4, 5, 6, 18 times in a row. Just chill. I get it. You like me. I like you too. Let's go have sex. Now that you like all my clothes, let's take them off. So that was both a blessing and a curse. It was something I got to learn about myself. Like, I'm not crazy about people who just shower you with praises. 1 or 2, great. After that, it's kind of like you've worn out your welcome. I too won't do that. If I'm around people who need a lot of external validation, you're going to be very unhappy with me. I do not walk around just throwing praises at everyone every 5 seconds. I'm a little bit hard to impress. I know it. Maybe I should be more complimentary to people, but I'm not. When I'm impressed with you, oh, I tell you. Otherwise, I maybe didn't notice. I had a girlfriend once tell me how important it is for her that her friends and husband and people acknowledge how much effort she puts into making her jewelry match her outfit. And I thought, well, I probably would not even have noticed that. But now that you've told me it's important to you, yeah. After that, I put some effort into each time I would see her. If I noticed, I would put some effort into complimenting her. But on the whole, I'm not going to run up and tell somebody, oh, you did great this. You know what, you did so good. I'm really impressed with how great you did. You are so good at, okay, we got it. Moving on. So that was both a blessing and a curse. What it did is it pointed out positive things about me. And after death by 1,000 paper cuts, hearing somebody say, they liked my shirt, they liked my pants, they liked that I always wore clothes that complimented my body, they liked my shoes, they liked my hair. All of those things were just little tiny band-aids, a little bit of mother's spit on these tiny little paper cut wounds. So it was nice. Overkill, but nice. So that's the majesty and wonder of the rebound. Best sex I've ever had. Healed my little owies and gave me insight that there were a bunch of things about me that other people recognized, valued, and appreciated. Downsides to Rebound Guy? We were just not meant to be together, honestly. Weird things like he got very combative during conversations about politics or history because, in his opinion, either I didn't know enough or what I knew didn't match with his views in the world. I just want to have sex with you. I don't want to have a history debate. So yeah, we weren't compatible in intellectual chit chat. He also was under the misguided impression that he was a very generous guy. I was like, oh, why do you think you're so generous? He goes,
Well, because one girlfriend I broke up with, I actually helped her get into her apartment.
you mean you helped her move?
Oh no, but I bought her a couch.
Oh, you helped her get into her apartment as in get settled by buying her a couch.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been a really nice couch. How much was the couch?
I don't know, like $800?
Whoa, you think an $800 couch equals very generous? Oh, yeah. I did not feel compelled to burst his bubble. This was a keep it to yourself moment, but my ex and I had a much more generous, say, alimony parting gift. And my ex would not say that he's generous. So the lesson there is, when people boast about a thing, maybe they don't really have that thing. And then lastly, it annoyed him that I ate meat more than he wanted to eat meat, which is a bizarre thing, considering what I put in my mouth and what you put in your mouth doesn't really matter. His bone to pick with me is that I came to his house and I made bolognese sauce for our pasta. And I didn't even ask him if he wanted bolognese. Maybe he doesn't like all that meat. I came to your house and I cooked you dinner and you're gonna bitch about it? Next! Even during that cooking together, which could have been fun and sexy, it turned into this bizarre event that I didn't even notice at the time, but every time I would turn around, I would close a cabinet. The upper cabinets were open, so I would close it, and then I would turn around and cook, and then I'd turn around and I'd see another cabinet and I closed it and whatever. And then at the time when we had our little tiff, he got pissy and said, I'm a control freak. And I said, what did I try to control?
You closed my cabinets. You couldn't help yourself. You wanted my cabinets to be closed.
What? Did you want your cabinets open?
So maybe I do.
Well, that's an entire architectural look. Like you could just take the doors off if you wanted them to be open.
That's not the point. If I want them open, they can stay open.
Okay, look. My advice to you, don't have a woman come over and cook food for you. Finally, as great as the sex was, believe me, when a person only calls you for sex, when you are only a booty call, when they can't make plans with you to know that you're both going to have great sex, why can't you just plan for it? You know what I'm doing Saturday? Yeah. Seems like both parties should put that on their calendar so they could just rock each other's world and then not have to worry about it for 4 days or 7 days or whatever. Neither of us were calling each other during the day, checking in. Just, it wasn't that kind of a thing. But even then, it was, hey, do you want to get together Thursday?
I don't know. I have to see. I'll let you know.
And there was all this hesitation. Then all of a sudden, I'd get a text at like 11 o'clock at night.
Hey, you want to get together?
You mean tomorrow?
No, tonight.
You live like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, but you could come over.
Oh, so you want me to deliver booty to you? No, not interested, thanks. With all that being said, I wrote a book about my adventure, and there's a whole chapter dedicated to Rebound Guy. And Rebound Guy read the book, gave me a phenomenal review, and then reached out to me to apologize for being a jerk. Maybe he's not such a jerk. I mean, if after 3 years he would reach out and say,
You know, I hadn't really looked at it from your perspective until I read the book, and now I realize I could have handled things better.
wow. He went and put a damper on it by saying,
You want to hook up?
didn't you just tell me you have a girlfriend that moved in?
Yeah.
Dude, why you gotta be scummy? No thank you. I will admit that before I started this most recent adventure, I gave it a whole lot of thought about, even if I was in the same town, would I reach out to Rebound Guy just to hook up, even though I know the downsides, even though he's probably got some woman living with him and he's cheating on her. Does it matter to me? Is the sex better than the bullshit? Isn't that always a great question? Is the sex better than the bullshit? We'll answer that and other questions on our next episodes. We'll see you back here next time as we continue changing misconceptions about sex and disability. Bye! Tell me more. This sounds fun.